Hi guys. I just finished a workout and I've been it's been a weird time for me lately. I've been like channeling messages, like things coming into me that are just so fast and so hard. And there's I think I want to use, I don't really write down notes, but I'm thinking what I want to do. One of the things I'm going to do with this channel is when I start to channel something, I'm going to record it and I'm going to upload it to this channel, as well as other things as well. But one of the things I've been noticing as of late too on my other channel, Awakening to Spirit, that there has been some heavier energies coming through lately, like people dealing with heavy people, dark problems, difficult situations, stuff that feels like it can't be pushed down under the surface anymore. And as well, yesterday I actually sat down to do a pick a card for my Instagram, and I didn't even post it because I myself, I didn't know what to do with it, because I'm always looking for to help people kind of see the lighter side, to move past the darkness. And there was no answers. There was no answers in the cards that I pulled out. We're looking like the cards were like deceit and broken heart. And then I was doing like a combination of oracle and cartomancy, and the cartomancy cards were untrustworthy situations and people. So I needed time to sit with that. And so actually a lot of times when I channel is when I'm working out, and I just sitting on my rebounder here. I just finished a workout for the first time actually in weeks, because my mouth has been so sore with the orthodontic work. And so like when I channel, I think because I'm a very visual person, I'm a visual artist as well, that many of you may or may not know. But I get visuals and I have almost like movies playing out in my mind. So as I was working out, and I think it's a bit of a meditative state for me also, the cards that came out like yesterday on my channel, and then for the pick a cards that I wanted to post, I started getting a visual of oil sitting on the surface of a body of water, and underneath the water was the lotus flower bud. And that's come up for me quite a bit, particularly when I pull out the Chariot card in tarot, is the silt and the decomposition of things from the past needing to alchemize and provide nutrients for a new beginning. So but what I was seeing was this oil, and at first it appeared like clear, almost like, like an olive oil or something, sitting on the surface of the water. And then the water started to get black, like an oil slick, that we've experienced many times on Earth with oil spills from freighters, etc. And one of the things that I saw playing out were creatures trying to come up past this oil, like aquatic creatures, because the oil, it's gotten to the point. So this is the message that I'm getting. It's gotten to the point where there's certain things in people's lives that cannot be pushed aside anymore. And the only person who's going to find the light in that is you. One of the difficult messages in it as well is it feels like we're coming into a period of time where some people will find themselves struggling through the darkness, and they will actually either refuse to look at it, and it will continue to pull them down. Like we're seeing, like when aquatic birds get stuck in those black oil slicks, and that was it. They were done. They were coated in it and they couldn't get out of it. It's almost as if it feels like we're coming into some sort of a cycle shift where the oil is darkening. So as it sits on the surface right now, it's presenting itself to us. It's making itself known. That's what's happening right now with anything that's kind of darker or heavier that's coming out in the channel. It's telling you this is the time to look at it, and this is the time to address it. So if there's something that you haven't put to rest, or there's something that you haven't faced, now is the time to do it, because the oil is about to thicken. So whatever that means, I guess I feel like it kind of means in a sense that if you're not dealing with this karmic situation, this is a lesson that you are meant to learn. You're going to sit in that lesson for a bit. It's so. And I think that's also why I'm not necessarily getting full on answer. Well, this is what you need to do to find the light again, because it's your journey. So I think it's going to become really particular for everyone as I do readings. And just through seeing this, I've just kind of realized, yeah, you know what? I can't always find the lightness. And I think this is that situation. So I do feel like most of the people that come to the channel do a lot of self-actualization work, and look into their shadow sides. But this is going to be, I feel like, a little bit heavier, and it's time to push past it. It's time to face it head on. It's if that little bit of oil on the surface right now that's more clear and translucent as like an olive oil, it's going to get darker. It's going to get harder to push through it. Now is the time to do it. It's almost like getting a little heads up from spirit. It's time to look at this stuff because the cards are coming out. I can't stop them from doing that. And it doesn't feel right as a reader to not, but I'm still human. So I didn't post what I pulled out yesterday on my Instagram because I had to deal with it too. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I'm going to put that. It seems like so negative. And I know, and people are going to say, why are you putting such negative stuff, Cindy? It's not me. I just channel it. The universe, spirit, God, whoever you want to qualify it as, is asking y'all to look at something. So you're going to have to do that. Now, I actually also started channeling another interesting message. And that's when I decided I have to stop and I have to record this because I'm afraid I might forget it. And that's something that can happen with channeling because you're really just acting as a vector and then it can be gone. So I started seeing lines of text in a book and people reading everything on the surface and then not realizing that none of the information is on the surface. Everything is in between the lines. So everything that you don't see is where the answer actually sits. Right? Yes. So read between the lines. And one of the things that also came up for me to really understand that was when I read tarot cards, I also, I channel messages and I receive intuitive messages about what that card can mean. So a card can have a particular meaning as it's written down in, I guess, a more traditional sense in how everyone sees the card, you know, like, I don't know. I don't want to pick a card. I don't want to sit here and try to figure that out. I just want to keep going with the channel. So the channeling of the message. But it's not so much what you know it to be as, but it's what you have to discover it to be. So the answer is not written in front of you. The answer is what is not present. So you got to look into that. I kind of get what that is. It's much more. The truth is always hidden. And what you think you know on the surface is actually just the beginning. And a lot of times people can get caught up on what's on the surface and then they never go into the information between the lines. So then the next message I got, which I don't know because I'm not good at math. So, but this is the message that I got that linked to that with the information that you seek is not what's in front of you. It's between the lines. So then I saw a visual of 1 + 2 equals and question mark. And I received, like literally I just heard like you're looking for the wrong thing. You can never add 1 + 2. You can only add 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5. And it just went on in my head. And it just said, listen, you're adding apples and oranges. You can't add apples and oranges. You won't get a proper answer to your question. Because apples and oranges are, yes, both fruits. 1s and 2s are both numbers, but you can't add them. So I just received the message that the whole system is wrong because we're looking at everything incorrectly. You can add 1 and 2. It's not going to give you an answer because 1 and 2 are completely different entities of each other. So, I don't know. Maybe that's going to help some physicists somewhere. This is me, yeah, who really did not do good in math. But it kind of makes sense when you look at it. Like, yeah, it's like they always say, you cannot add apples and oranges because you're not going to get anything. You're going to get an apple. I don't know what you would add an apple and an orange. But yeah, it makes sense. And then I started seeing binary code. Why do you think the binary code exists? It's almost like I'm getting these questions like to make me think about things. 1s and 0s, 1s and 0s, 1s and 0s, 1s and 0s. It's the only way to get a solid, true answer. It's the only way to find truth in anything. So again, we're all looking for the answer at the end of the equal sign, but the answer is lying in the question because the question is actually incorrect. So you're also asking the wrong question. That's what I'm getting. So that's the channel message that I was getting right now. And I'm like, I'm sweaty and yeah, I haven't even had breakfast yet. So that's what is going on right now, guys. So let's just see what continues to come out in the cards. And if I get any more channeled messages, I'm just going to use this for that. I think it actually could be a really good vehicle for that because I don't sitting down. I'm a talker. I'm a talker, blah, 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 blah. So I'm a talker. It kind of comes through here and then it wants to go out. And if it doesn't come out right away, I do see it kind of almost like it's like a soup, and all the ingredients start to come together in sort of like a little filmography in my head. And then I can actually even verbalize it even better. So there you go. That's the channeled message that I was receiving right now. That's kind of, I guess it kind of came to a head with what I've been experiencing with the messages that were coming through with the cards that I've been pulling. So there you go. That's it. Thanks, guys. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. Don't be afraid of the oil. Bye.